What's happening, y'all? Ray here, and today we're going to be looking at another dog collar. This was sent to me for free to review, to make a video with. The company contacted me, and I want to say it's called Whousewe, I don't know. It's W-H-O-U-S-E-W-E. To me that looks like Whousewe, but I mean I'm sure everybody might say it different. But this is available on Amazon. It is $25.99. A link directly to this is in the description. And also, they were going to send me a discount code, or said they was, when I was ready for the video. I let them know I was ready. That was on September 1st. Today is the 15th. They still have not contacted me back, but still check in the description because I can update that at any time if they do get back with me with a discount code. I don't know if it's going to be there as of the making of this video, but just be sure to check, and if they do send me one, I will post it down there. This is, it just comes in a simple box. It's made to be, you know, more affordable, more cheaper, so they're not going to get extravagant with packaging and stuff like that, because ultimately the consumer does pay for all that stuff. It doesn't list the brand on the box anywhere. It just has a picture of the remote. Dog training collar, more effective and safer training collar for dogs with our advanced technology. It's unique in the way that it does have a light on it, and you can control the light from a remote, which, you know, if you're in a darker area, wooded area, and your dog likes to run around, stuff like that, and they're not really responding to come home calls, which that's why I have a dog collar in the first place, is because my dogs like to go out running around. I just hit the little beep button when I'm ready for them to come home. They come straight home. But maybe if you don't want them to, you know, stop what they're doing or whatever, you just want to keep track of them, know where they're at, there is actually a light on the collar, which is really cool, controlled by the remote. You just press the button, hold it in, and while it's being held in, the light will come on. But it's not bright, but you don't want it to be like overwhelmingly bright to startle your dog, or maybe, you know, blinded or anything. But it's just more of a positioning type light, and it does work really well. Let's see, exclusive silicone cover. It comes. That's referring to the little nubs that cover the prongs that touch your dog for the static delivery on that. I'll show you that when we get down on the close-up. It is waterproof. It's IPX67, which means if it's raining outside, if it's early in the morning, late at night, there's dew on the ground, if it's wet, you know, it's okay for it to get wet. Just don't let your dog go swimming with this on. Smart shot protection, okay, you can adjust everything. 3 training modes: the warning tone, which is the audible tone. There's 8 different types. Vibration mode, there you can adjust the level of that, 1 through 16, and of course the static shock is a 1 through 99 setting. And the dog positioning light can help you locate your dog at night. Let's go ahead, take you down to the desktop. We'll open this box, we'll see what we get, and we'll talk about it a little bit more, and I'll show you how to work the remote and stuff. Alright guys, like I was saying, it's just it's a simple packaging, but you know, that's not what this is about. There's a picture of the remote on the front. We open it up and we are greeted by documentation. Everything that you're going to need to know about this is in there. Here we have a remote. Now the lanyard did not come on the remote. I had to put it on myself, but it's super simple. Very easy to do. We actually get 2 different color combinations here. This is an orange one, and if you remove this, you'll have a green one. Now the orange one is the one that I use. As you can see, it is dirty. I let my dogs play. You know, they're dogs. They love running around outside playing, and we've had a lot of rainy weather when I was reviewing all this and stuff. But here's your other one. They're basically I guess if you want to say gender neutral. You know, it don't matter if your dog's male or female. They can still use either one of these. And here is the collar itself. This will be your lights that are on it. Here are your prongs. That's talking about the silicone covers, which I will use. I just took them off and put them back in the bag because I don't have to use static electricity or anything like that for my dogs anymore. But you know, if you do, I would highly recommend using these. That way you don't have metal to bare skin. That's a no-no for me. It also does come with longer ones. My 2 dogs, I have a Great Pyrenees and an Australian Shepherd. Both of them are long hair, especially my Great Pyrenees. Her hair is not as long as the Australian Shepherd's, but she's got 2 coats, and it is super, super thick. But normally I don't worry about using this anymore because I have my dogs trained now with collars, and believe me, it did take a while. I didn't train them with this particular collar. I did train them with others, but they still respond to this one just like it was their own, and I don't see why this one will be any different than any other collar training them. But you get a tester, and I'll show you how to work that. The tester also doubles as a, I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep centered up on my camera. It's hard when it's upside down. But this hexagonal cutout right here will be to replace these, you know, if you would need to make them bigger, or use the longer ones provided, or use the shorter ones depending on your dog's coat. It comes with a charging cable, which is really cool because it is USB rechargeable. I'll show you the ports for that, but this is actually one of the double cables, so you can charge them both at the same time. It splits into two. Now to charge your collar will be right here, little rubber thing, and it's just a USB micro USB port. We've got 100 of those laying around in case you lose this one, or if it's not available at the time. And your remote will charge right here on the bottom. Now to turn the remote on, right here, the button on the side, it is 2-channel remote, but I only have one collar, so I couldn't check the other channel. But we just push it, well, we just hold it in, and of course it will light up. The LE means that it is for the light, but to change the others you can just hit the audible. Right here is your light that will activate it. Right here is the vibrate, and that is the shock button down here. To change the settings on it, we will push this down. Say it's on the shock right now. I want to turn it up a little bit. Actually, we just went the wrong. Oh, that's on vibrate. I'm sorry. It's hard to see on my camera. But just push it down and turn it. Like I said, it does 16 levels, and it does round robin back to 1. If you want to change the other one, it is now on the audible. It has 8 different tones, all of different levels. I would recommend starting at the lowest one and possibly working your way up depending on your dog, the size of your dog, the timidness of your dog. Also with the vibration, I would highly recommend that too, because you don't want to put this on a Chihuahua and turn it up, you know, full blast and jar its teeth or anything. But you just do that by changing those. And that is your shock setting. It is goes 0 to 99. You know, I would leave that low. Always start low, and always, for the love of God, people, test this static on yourself before you even think about putting it on your dog, because that's a huge peeve of mine. Say we'll set it on where's our shock at right now? It's on 20. Okay, now we're going to go to the collar to turn it on. It will vibrate to let you know. Right there is the on button. Just push it and hold it in until it vibrates. Your light will blink, you know, ever so often to let you know that, hey, I'm on, in case you forget to turn it off, or just to make sure, you know, that the signal is being received by it. But to test, you'll have these 2 prongs right here. It is open. You can just press that and hold it down, and there's a light on it. I don't know if you can see it blink. Let me, my wrist will be in that way. I'll probably have to turn it up a little bit, so we'll push that on our button and we'll turn it up to say 50. Yeah, you can see that a lot better now. That's how you test it. But also stick it on your skin to see what your dog's gonna be going through. You know, I've set it back down to 20 and just put it on your wrist, and that's I mean, that's kind of stout for 20. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's more of a startle, but I would start out lower than that. But that's our remote, that's our settings, our collar. We'll go ahead and turn it back off. Hold the button in, and man, that is loud. It might be set with the remote. To turn your remote back off, just push the button, hold it in. There we go. Now the straps for the collar does not come on, or does not come on this, but just I don't think the orientation will matter. You'll just want to run one side up, one way. Make sure it goes under right here. And run it back down. Now your piece right here, that is for your collar. It's always best. It is kind of concave. It is curved a little bit. God almighty, this is hard to do with an upside down camera, guys, I'm telling you. But just kind of, you know, make sure you get the orientation right like that, because you want the curvature to sit against your dog's neck. Just hold it like that. We'll go with the one closest to the clips. Put it up about where you want it. You know, to start out on your dog, see where you want it at, and then of course you just run this back up through this way, and boom, there you go. You know, it's we're now on there. But super simple. This is made to be affordable. It's made to be effective. My biggest peeve with this, and it's purely aesthetical because it does work great, it does say 3,000 foot range. The longest that I've got to take this is probably more like 1,500 feet, but it was still flawless. It was still fine. It still worked it still worked all right. I wouldn't understand, you know, maybe you live in a place where your dog could be half a mile away. I don't know. That's not the kind of place that I live in. But like I said, my biggest peeve is, honestly, it's just with the aesthetics of it. I'm not crazy about the way the remote looks. It is light, so I mean, it'll fit in about anything. You won't notice it in your pocket hardly. But there is a lock on the side right here for it to work with the remote. That is locked in the up position, and that is down. If you do stick this in your pocket and your dog has a remote on and this is still on, or if your dog has a collar on, I highly recommend that you lock this, because my wife, not with this particular collar, but she has sat on one of the remotes before, and my poor dog, you know, was just getting the hell juiced out over there, and you know, my wife sitting on the remote. But you know, you could accidentally discipline your dog when you don't mean to, and that's going to make training harder, because it's, you know, they don't know what to do or what to think. But guys, this is what you come with. Like I said, 26 bucks. It's hard to beat for the price. I just don't care too much for the way this looks. Now, the collar itself is great because it is smaller, it is functional, and it is powerful, and it's good for about any size dog. But let's go back up. Alright guys, here's my pretty face again. But this is what you get. Like I said, check down in the description for a discount code. I'm expecting them to send me one. They said they would. We'll see what kind of company they are. But, you know, this was sent to me for review. I stated that earlier, and it's I couldn't be more satisfied with it, to be honest with you. For the price, I've had some more expensive ones, which, you know, they're more expensive for a reason. They do their job, and they do it well also. But the technology behind a dog collar is not necessarily, you know, groundbreaking or, you know, hard to do or anything like that. So they actually can put out, you know, very functional, very effective equipment for you to use that it's not going to cost you $100 or 80 bucks or something like this. But for the price, if you're looking at this right now, if you're looking for reviews, trying to decide on which one to get, it's more priced to be easier on your budget. But if you're worried about the cost of it and what you will get, I can go ahead and tell you that it's perfectly fine. If this is in your budget, this will probably be the one that you want to get. Also, depending on your geographical location, if your dog does, you know, get out in the woods a lot. You know, I live in a wooded area. They don't go too far, but they can go up in the hills or whatever. They do go to neighbors' houses, and sometimes I just want to know where they're at, not necessarily make them stop what they're doing. And it's helpful to see the light on them. You know, it's nothing that's going to startle them. They probably don't even know that the light is coming on, but it is visible for you. I did not get to test the range on the light to see exactly how far away it would be visible, but with what I have to work with, it was perfectly fine, perfectly acceptable. But guys, this is the here's the brand name, the Whousewe dog training collar. It's a really great bang for your buck, guys. I hope this all helped. Thank you all so much for watching. Y'all take care.